Emperor is somewhat of an older figure, as you can see his white beard. So he represents the old order, the old structure. And I see too that, you know, he's coming along with Three of Cups. These are like-minded people, and these are your friends or family. He's actually looking away from them. So I don't know if there is a separation between an older authority figure and then your new social circle, or your friends and certain friends and family who are surrounding and rallying around you and supporting you, and then this sort of like this old regime that is looking the other way. There seems to be a little bit of a dichotomy between this Three of Cups, which is Three of Hearts, which represents celebration, festivities, fun, support, you know, loving hearts, like-minded people, and then this older sort of kind of, I'm going to use the word outdated, um, you know, authority figure, or someone who's trying to establish and keep older rules in place. I see you as maybe having this separation between those two things. So that's what's showing up for the beginning of February for you, Capricorn. I see that there is a fire sign here. This is King of Wands or King of Rods. So this could be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And this King of Rods is usually very eccentric, bold, outgoing, does things in his own unique manner, very vibrant, very, Mozart, for example, was a king of wands, so, and also Walt Disney, so they create something new, they do something different, they go for it, and they've got that fiery willingness to just keep trying on something. So he is showing up in the reverse position. So if there's a fire sign, he might be not seeing eye to eye on things with you right now. He might be making you feel kind of isolated, or out on your own. And when Hermit shows up in the reverse position too, it's sort of like not seeing the truth. Because one of Hermit's main goals is to find out what the truth is, what the bottom line is, what the actual situation is. With this King of Rods in the reverse position, looking at Hermit, he may be trying to keep you from seeing the truth. He is some ways involved with keeping Hermit, you know, the light that Hermit seeks. He may not want you to go off on your own, or there's something that he's not seeing things clearly. He's not seeing the truth either. And he's not willing to step away from things to see the truth either. In the middle of the month, I see that forgiveness is going to play a role in something. You need to let go of the old stories of the past, let go of the old baggage of the past. There's a huge triumphant fire, spiritual fire energy that allows things to be fresh and new. If you can employ the use of forgiveness. This card in the upright position it's judgment, and it shows that there's a renewal happening. There's something, it's like when everyone dies and is reborn. So it's really an opportunity card to feel like things are new. There's someone who's going through this transcendent renewal, and then there's someone who is feeling powerless and in victim mentality. So there could be a way in which both of these could be you, Capricorn. This could be happening for you where you're feeling a rebirth, an awakening, but then this card at the same time, potentially you may feel like, but I feel this new awakening coming on. I feel this new calling, but at the same time I feel powerless. I feel like I don't have any choices. I don't have any opportunities, you know, to pursue. Don't let that stop you. This card can represent negative thinking, negative thoughts. It's really your own belief system that's holding you back when this card shows up. So don't give in to it. If you're feeling both inspired, but then at the same time having conflicting feelings of, I want to do this incredible great thing, but I don't know how. This is limiting beliefs. And this is, you can see there's the swords in this card, and really those swords are thoughts, which surround you. And if those thoughts you believe are constricting you, then they are. Really, in this card, you can see this figure is not constricted by those swords at all. She can walk away at any moment. She can cut those binds on the swords, take off her blindfold, and walk away. But because she believes that she is completely surrounded by them, she can't break free. So this is a card of letting go of thinking patterns that keep you in a victim mentality, because there's new stuff for you happening. You're having a rebirth or an awakening. You just have to let go of your old way of thinking, the thoughts that keep you trapped and keep you feeling powerless, because this is renewal. This is a very powerful card. Seems like you're kind of going back and forth between a new way of thinking and feeling like fresh, new energy, and then feeling like, oh, but no, I can't do that. I'm still stuck here forever. It's always going to be like this. That's kind of the pattern that's going on here. I do see, this is 8 of coins, so I do see that you're working away, especially towards the middle of the month, working diligently. 8 of coins is the worker, the artisan, someone who just keeps his nose to the grindstone, and he's just cranking out these coins. And so he's creating stacks of money by his consistent work. So that shows that you're doing well with just keeping a focus on work. This card is 5 of coins, and in the upright position, it means financial loss. And it also is a card of choice of focus. So it's saying, maybe you didn't accumulate as much as you had hoped, but if you keep focusing on the physical world and the material world, you may feel a little empty or like a beggar or victimized. But if you keep your focus on the spiritual world, there's lots of comfort there. And that's where a lot of richness is. That's where comfort and warmth is. So this is a real card of choice of focus. Be careful that you keep your focus on the spiritual rather than the material, is what this says. If you're working away, you're accumulating some. If it's not quite as much as you had hoped for, realize that money isn't everything. That's sometimes what this card says. You've got this spiritual world also. Money is one part of the world, but there's many other facets of the world as well. And there's always stuff available to us in the spiritual world. Friendships, love, so many things. So keep that in mind when 5 of coins shows up. Towards the end of the month, I see a nice relationship happening. This is Two of Cups energy. So this is an exchange of hearts. This is a good card about relationships. It's one of the best cards. It's a good card for marriage. It's basically two people giving to each other emotionally. I see that it may not be a wish fulfillment like you had hoped it to be. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, feeling satisfied, feeling complete, feeling full. I don't see necessarily that this relationship is satisfying to you right now. So if you're in a relationship that doesn't feel satisfying, that's what these two cards can say together. Or if you're looking for a relationship or in a relationship that it's not your wishes fulfilled necessarily, but I do show something there. So I do show that there is something happening, there is something potentially coming to you, or it is an enjoyment of the relationship that you're already in. It's just that there's some sort of dissatisfaction there, and there's some way in which you may not be feeling your full vibrant self. That's what the Sun card in the upright position is there's something about it that doesn't feel integrated. When the Sun shows up, it's the masculine and feminine energies balancing one another, and therefore there's this enlightenment. There may be a way in which you feel a little bit stuck, or that you're not able to shine completely towards the end of the month. And it may feel as though there's been a loss of innocence in that relationship, or that you've developed a cynical stance towards relationship. 6 of Cups is all about innocence, freshness. It's childhood wonder. You can see there's 2 children in this card that are exchanging cups, which is heart energy. When this card's in the upright position, it represents innocence. It represents sentimentality. It represents naiveness, just sort of like young, fresh, sweet innocent energy. When it's in the reverse position, sometimes it can show up as cynicism or not believing things can just be sweet and true. It means like kind of jaded a little bit. So towards the end of the month, my question to you would be, if you're feeling dissatisfied towards your current status of relationship, whether you're in one or whether you're looking for one, see what it is that that is making you feel not vibrant, or if you've developed just any sort of jaded or cynical feelings towards love, because that may be holding that pattern. That may be the source of your dissatisfaction. There is actually relationship available to you right now, but all this other stuff comes with it. It's kind of like there's some other baggage rolled into it. So see if you can access the sweet, innocent side of this, because these two cards really parallel one another. This is just love, and this is sort of the beginnings of love. This is how it used to be. This is people you know from the past. Sweet childlike wonder. And all these things can be present. It's just that for some reason they're not showing up for you right now in regards to your relationship. There may be some dissatisfaction, some feeling like you're not able to be your full self, or you may feel some cynicism or feelings of being jaded. See if you can open that back up, because there is some nice relationship energy for you.